Okay, trend higher quality trades. I'm looking like this is a bullish market because, well, it's a little tricky. It's right at previous day's level, so I better reevaluate what I'm talking about here. I wish it was above previous day's level. This line also represents the line that turns it red. It's below both. It's right toying around right at being a red day and previous day's level. If it drops below, I should probably wait to go long. I did try a trend line break because the 5-minute chart looks bullish right here. That spike up looks good. And then the 15-minute chart looks bullish top left. And the 10,000 tick chart looks bullish. So I'm thinking bullish, bullish, bullish. So I tried a trend line break here right away and it stopped me out. And then it went right back up. I got back in it. This is my second attempt for a trend line break with all the bullish feeling. But the day chart is in a very precarious situation here. So I need to keep that in mind. Right now, it's above previous day's level and it's a green day. So that it's basically a flip a coin. But because everything else looks bullish, 15, 10, and 5-minute charts look bullish, I'm taking the chance. Stopped out on the first one. We're trying it a second time. Let's see what happens. Okay, I like what happened here. That second one worked out really good. Look how high it got. It was fantastic. I was just, long as I was on break even, I did lock in some profits though. And I was going to just keep following it main pivot by main pivot, but it came all the way down and stopped me out just for a little bit of profit. So it was a winner, but it could have really been a really big winner. But I'm trying to hold for the big run, and as long as it's a profitable trade, I'm going to hold it. Like right now, I can get on break even. I can get on break even here and just let it do its thing. So I'm going to go right there. We're on break even. I'm going to let this thing try to go all the way back up to the top. I'm not going to worry about it as long as it's on break even, because I have learned that if I don't hold winners, I'm never going to be profitable. There's going to be some winners that just go and go and go and go, and that's going to make up for all my losses. I have to have that. If I don't get that, then I'm never going to be successful at trading. So I might as well just suck it up and hold it and go for it. No matter how many times I break even, no matter how many times I have small winners, holding for those big runs is going to be part of my strategy, at least for now. We'll see what happens. But what happened was, I put my stop as it look how high it went. I just my entry was, I got out right here or something like that, and I got in on one of these trend line breaks, and I got on in the second one. But when it came down to this, look at these moving averages all going up. When it spiked right into that, I look for a 3-bar reversal. I also don't mind taking 3-bar reversal trades if the moving averages, the 20 and the 50, are still in order. There was a gap here between them. They didn't cross. And that's right there where I got it. I call that the danger zone between the 50 and the 200. That's when things have gotten so low that, it could keep going. And that's the lowest point that I'm willing to try to look for a 3-bar reversal right there. So it worked. 3-bar reversal. We kept looking at it right here, got in right there. And thank goodness that I'm starting to kind of get a feel for what I need to do to be successful. Thank God for that. Look at this madness. I came down to a good support level and bounced. And right there, that's a great area to buy. But when it bounced, this first bounce here, I put my stop underneath there just a little bit.
Stop filled.
Okay, so that was another small little profit. I mean, look at this huge drop. So I don't know. If it breaks this pivot here, it might just be in one of those days where it's just going to look at it's got a doji day. It's right in the middle of the high and the low. It could continue that all day long, and I could probably just accept that and start taking some trades when I get the profit now. Taking the trades when I get the profit.
Order filled.
Okay, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to try to take the trades when I get the profit. If it gets me something, I'm going to take it. This is a trend line break right here. Let's see if it can keep going enough to give me a profit. Now let's see what happens. I'll try to take trend line breaks whenever it gives me one to the top side. We'll see what happens. Okay, here's another situation where I could probably go right to break even. I got it. I raised my stop a little bit under these spikes right here, under the moving averages. So it would really have to just come down to get me. And it almost did. Look at that. That is one tough cookie.
Order filled.
I'm breaking even on that trade. I'm breaking even on that trade. So that was a break even. Got in here, got out here. And boy, am I trying to figure this out. I could have probably made 30, 40 bucks on it. And I don't know if I could just take 30, $40 at a time maybe. And maybe that'll help me build a profit for the day. But I don't know. I got to reassess what I'm doing here. Okay, we're going to try another trend line break here. Try to at least get to the top of this. I don't know if I'm going to go over. I got my underneath these pivots. Probably should have it right underneath that maybe. Let's see if I can move my stop up a little bit more here. Yeah, it's right underneath that pivot, that last pivot that was made. And, you know, I got to get more than 10 bucks. Let's just give me something. I'll take 40, 50 bucks. Let's see what happens here. But yeah, looking at the 5-minute chart, look at this just utter choppiness. I might just need to avoid this market or continue trying to, yeah, see this just choppy sideways stuff right here. It really looks like it wants to go. It's just so choppy. Okay, I moved my stop a little bit lower, but I also moved my target a little bit higher. So I'm going to go here. It's a pretty big stop loss, but that's what I'm going to do. And could be my last trade of the day. We're looking to try to go back up here. That's a pretty big stretch compared to the range. And I think it wants to go somewhere up in that area to try it again. Okay, I think I'm going to take my target here.
Order filled.
Okay, we did let it go a little bit higher than this pivot. The way the market's chopping around, I'm sure it just wants to go. And after a while, it just chops, it sweeps, megaphone, and then it finally takes off. And I didn't really want to miss that run. But I'll take anything. You know, right now, I'm basically break even. All those trades. But, you know, breaking even on this kind of market right here, I think, you know, not losing money is better than losing money, but I'd still like to make something. I got to hold for the big run, man. That's what I was just saying in the beginning of this video. I mean, I got to eventually hold for the big run. So I got to get back in this thing somehow. Let's see if it pulls back. If it pulls back, I'll get back in it. Okay, the momentum is very, very strong. We're going to just try to jump in here and see if it'll go back up to the highs. I don't know where to put my stop, which is a bad thing to do, get in a trade and not know what it seemed reasonable to. But right here's where it broke out. So be a little bit below that. If it comes back down, the strong expanding moving averages, hopefully they will serve as some kind of support if it pulls down, and I'm right underneath that. So I think it's in a reasonable spot. Okay, it spiked up and got me out. Again, part of me just wants to get to that point where I am holding. We're finally green for the day. 50 bucks. 50 bucks is better than nothing. But once it hits this, you know, starts to break out, you know, it's still got a pivot level here and a trend line coming down. But that's, you know, it's really struggling in this area from all this gap down, resistance, and here trend line, resist. So I can understand why it's doing that. I'd like to see it pull way down here again. I'm going to let my alarm sit right here and just wait, see if it does another one of those surprise drops. And if it does, I'm going to get long again. Okay, I just realized this is a perfect day for my 250 strategy. I'm going to jump in this thing with a stop loss of $250. It is bullish. It's choppy, but it looks bullish to me. This is still bullish nonetheless. And the 250 strategy is for this kind of market where you're not going to have a tight stop loss. You're probably right on the direction. Pick an area where your stop loss will be safe enough and give yourself a $250 range and just hold it. Don't worry about the chopping around, just hold it. So that's what I did. I'm going to jump in this thing. Right now I got long right here, right there. Up here on the 5,000 tick, it looks like this. We're long right there. My stop's all the way down here. Okay, that's $250. So we're going to try to work this thing up to the next level. Let me put it right here, there. And we're going to try to get some profit on this. We're already up almost $100. Thank God for that. But this is the perfect strategy for today. If it loses, so what? You can take 1,000 cuts and lose more. So this is one trade. Kick back and relax. Let the thing work itself out and don't worry about it. Okay, so far so good. So far so good, up $56. But if we're gonna have a $250 risk, we definitely need to let this thing go. And the goal is to just let this thing run today and try to work on the habit of holding a winning trade. We still got, really good 10,000 tick chart, choppy, but it's bullish, slightly grinding up. 60-minute chart looks good in terms of slowly grinding up. The day chart is trying to push up. It's over previous day's level. It's over several previous days' levels. And it looks like it really, really, really wants to break out. So today's the day to try to hold this thing. Okay, this is exactly what I wanted to see. I wanted to see a breakout over the top of this area and continue to push. And I'm really tempted to take my profits right now because it's so darn good.
Order
I got
filled.
to. Oh, I really can't let that 122 slip out of my fingers. But the problem is I want to hold. I want to hold. I'm up $200. That's good. That's good for me. I want to learn to hold, especially when it is doing this. Oh, I got to learn to hold. Okay, so I took what I could take there. Right now it's toying around with this pivot high. And if it bounces off of it and continues, I got long, and I don't know if it's going to hold though. So yeah, here's the pivot high. Came down, closed above it, and then I got long. So my stop is literally just right underneath there. Small little stop loss, going for a bigger target. If it fails and chops down, then I'm going to not gonna keep trying it at this area. I want to do it one time, see if it keeps going. You got this strong momentum here on the 5-minute chart. It's bouncing on that pivot level. I'll see if it holds. I'd like to see it hold. Give me some profit on there and we'll see what happens.
All right. So
okay, it's bouncing. That's good news. That's good news. What was my risk? Let's see how much we're going to get out of it though. Is this where I want to try to hold, or is this where I can just, I got a 1-to-1 return on it so far. And maybe I could break even and just kind of ride it up slowly here. I think the choppy part of the market might be over with. And maybe it'll get a little smoother here. We'll see. Okay, that's what I'm doing. I'm just going to move my stop to break even and try to just find pivots to trail it and see if I can hold it. Let's see if I can hold this thing. Okay. We got a 2-to-1 going on 3-to-1 return. Question is, it's sky's the limit. We got this pivots up here. It's above these pivots right here. It's really, I think it's going to go up higher. And the question is how high. I need to see if I can get my alarm up to, say, 4-to-1 would give us to these right in the middle of these. And I think maybe I should try to hold it. Right now I'm above break even. This is interesting to me because I'm finally getting to the point in trading where I'm feeling more comfortable holding, and I'm getting more patient with that. And this is a breakthrough for me, really. It's just taken, oh, there it goes. Target hit.
Target filled.
Target filled. It shot up there, and I am out for 4-to-1 return. Okay, that just, and I probably could have kept going, but let's take a look at what's going on here. Something came out. Oh, I didn't quite hold it there. 1, 2, 3, 4 return. Yeah, it's probably going to keep going, man. Often when I get out, it just keeps going. And I mean often, so often that I realize that if I don't hold it, I'm not going to be successful. This is what's keeping me from being a successful trader. Getting out of my winners too soon. That's changing by the grace of God, though.